Okay, I've never played your Chronicle before, so if you haven't watched me do an idle game stream before, the way this works is that I'm playing like 4 different idle games at the same time and tabbing between them after they tap themselves out to let them idle in the background. So if you're watching this on YouTube, watch the live split timer. Occasionally there'll be like a cut. That's where I've alt tabbed out of the game and then tabbed back into it. It's like stitch those clips together. But yeah, I don't know anything about your Chronicle. It's an idle game. That's all I know. Let's check it out. Start from the beginning, yes. Also, I assume none of these games have music, but if they do, I'll mute the piano music we're listening to here. Your whole life in a small village with your father. Will anything ever change? Talk to your father. Click or tap Get Motivated to gain Destiny. Okay. Loop action. I see. Keep using Get Motivated. So I have like a cooldown period every single time. Select Talk with Father. Upgrade actions are the key to progressing through the story. Next action is a kind of upgrade action that has particularly large impact on the storyline. If you're stuck, check to see if there are any upgrade actions or next actions. Okay, so it's like a hint to what to work on. Hover the mouse over things for tooltips, hover over tips. Autosave. Like it is saving all the time. Don't think I need to look at any of this except maybe to clear it. Patch notes. Help section. Okay. Village. Get motivated. And we've got a training room now. You've attacked your father. Seeds are used to increase stats. So he's just talking. I'm not actually like taking any damage here because he's just talking to me to help me win here, I guess. So every time he finishes an about level up, he's telling me something helpful. Defeat your father in training. Hooray. Okay. I guess this is building destiny every time I click on get motivated. So we want to get to a point before I tab out of this game where I'm able to like let this run forever. Because instant is always requires clicking. Loop is completely idle. Farm work. Okay, so now I could idle on farm work, presumably, and let that run in the background. And that accrues gold, I see. Hey, Bucky, how you doing? Pick weeds. I see. Praise herbs. Physical seeds, gain some physical power. Okay. Automatically switch back to rest. Okay. That's cool. Eat anchovy sandwich. So I can only have a maximum of 10 weeds. So I guess I need to like appraise the herbs to spend the weeds on something. But I can only do one of these actions at a time. I'm able to start picking weeds again because I kind of like this idea that there's like things that you have to be attentive to the game to do and things that you can always let run inattentively. So I guess farm work only costs actions and produces anchovy sandwiches. The praise herbs will stall out though because it needs weeds as input. But I could theoretically let farm work run forever. Drink herb tea. Spends herbs to grant more destiny that I'd get from spending actions on get motivated. Okay. I need significantly more motivation to talk with father more. Now I can mother's library. But I have to like raise my destiny cap. Okay, so I'm gaining gold as it's filling. And when it's completed, I get anchovy sandwiches. Which I do have a max stack of. I have a max stack of everything. So I have to be careful with that, I guess. Get a physical seed. So where do I go to spend physical seeds? They can be used in the level up section of the party tab. Thanks, Dad. And I guess the need to spend them is to just kind of put a limitation on what you can get away with AFKing, I guess. It seems like I can train... Well, I can't really train indefinitely because I have a cap. Everything is capped. I feel like I'm going to like leave this game to idle and it's going to cap like trivially while I'm away. So I try to stay on it long enough to find something that I can let idle for longer than like 5 minutes, right? Physical, magical, and special. I may as well just try to max all these stats, right? Core stats. Okay, so shit gets crazy eventually, it looks like. Talk with Father more. Was taken by the Demon King. Rescue her. Oh, this is cool. It's got like an branching timeline thing. All right. It's kind of cool to try to do this as like actually have a story. I feel like one of the only idle games I've played that really has a story is like Paper Clips. It's fair. And because I'm looping training room, I can eat the anchovy sandwiches to pump these. Okay, I think I understand. Clear study in the church to be able to unlock this next room in the dungeon. Okay. I ate all my anchovy sandwiches. Gonna be tough to remember. It would be nice if it put like a marker here when you had to come here to spend your seeds. Otherwise, I'm gonna struggle to remember that I can do stuff here. And presumably I'll do stuff in the future that like raises my level caps for physical, magical, and special, but it seems reasonable to just grind that out until those are capped. Now, what kind of seed I get from fighting him is outside my control. He just drops a random one of the three, I suppose. Fighting him is kind of Melvor-like. That's kind of cool. Come into this game now having played all of Melvor. So I'll let these max, and then maybe I'll just leave it on farming, but it'll cap. I guess I have nothing to spend gold on right now. Yeah, I might just have to deal with the fact that I'm not going to be able to really let this game idle for a while. But we can maybe spend more time on it when we come back to it after this. Okay, so that's magical, physical cap. Study in the church, 45 destiny. I don't really have a way to increase max destiny right now, do I? Pick weeds, gold. Just heals destiny. $45. I guess I could talk to Father again is what I need to do. All right, let's see if I can make some progress with that. We'll just click on rest here and just spam get motivated so I can quickly max out destiny. Talk with Father. Okay, that raised my destiny to 30. Go to the village is 15. And I can pick a school. Okay. I guess we'll just do whatever the basic one now. Do like warrior school. This is a cool game. I like the idea. Church and a general store. Buy a purse. Spend my max gold on that. Increases my gold max. But I need to do more farming. Okay. So you're really trying to like raise your maxes wherever possible so that you can idle it for longer. It's kind of the idea. This isn't anywhere near as like intimidating as the beginning of idle loops, but it's closer to idle loops, right? In terms of how intimidating is your idle game. This one pretty intimidating, but doable. These are all still capped. Locks out Sorcerer and Tamer School. Fast speed, recommended for new players. That sounds great. Okay, so I'm going to see what Study in the Church does here. Because I can do that one. I got to get a little bit more... It's kind of interesting. So farm work is also producing ways to get destiny. It's just much slower than focusing on rest and spam clicking get motivated. I guess we definitely want to increase max actions in the future if possible. That seems really helpful. Anchovy sandwiches are like an abstracted way to... Because if you're attentive, you can speed up the farm work instead of needing to alternate with resting as much. You still need to click this to gain destiny. Okay. Let me get that up to the amount I need for Study in Church is what I'm doing here. I need 30. I'm not really like secretly training stats or anything, right? Like the rewards for doing these is exactly what's posted and nothing else. Okay, we can Study in Church now. Sacred Ritual has been released. Click unlock. Only you can enter this dungeon. Ooh, first clear bonus action max +1. That sounds great. He's going to give me more advice here. Earn XP, perform the sacred ritual to increase your rank. Is this one just like a tutorial room, or is there any reason to like stay in here and keep fighting him? He still drops seeds. He still grants XP. Rank presumably is how I can increase my level cap. Got the first clear bonus. As your rank increases, you earn more habits to use for various routines. I gotta find the sacred ritual is what I have to do now. Talk with a kind woman. Some stat increases are kind of cool. Permission to go out. So I can't do the sacred ritual yet, right? Am I understanding that correctly? So I can let this go and see if there's more stuff I can dump money on. Talk with the priest. Demon King is in the distance for a JRPG. Praying. Praying seems like a much better way. So pray is like, I no longer need to do get motivated because pray is like a better loopable version of get motivated that also generates XP for me. Do I have to worry about my XP capping? I'm trying to see where my XP is displayed. Oh man, the display on this is kind of fucked up. I don't know if that's fixable. Turn on dark mode. Oh, you have to... You want to restart it. Yeah, I assume I can see my XP somewhere. Main level XP drop amount. Oh, here's ritual. Sacred ritual. All right, so it looks like I can actually let it sit on prey, and that's not going to trivially... It'll cap destiny, but it'll at least be doing something while I'm tapped out of it. So we'll come back to your Chronicle in a little bit, but I think I get it. Okay, of the games we're playing today, I think your Chronicle is the one that is most interesting to me, so I'm interested to see where we are after letting it sit for a long time. It's been sitting for a minute. We can go to the astral world now? Sweet. You know I love the astral world. I got to do one ritual. All right, I've got 9k XP though, so that's cool. Let's figure out what all I can actually do. A girl is crying. Destiny max. Oh, interesting. I'm making choices now. This is the story flow thing. Give the girl a new flower. Small hill. Now, if I die, I have to like go back and rest before I can attempt it again, is the idea, since the father never did damage to me. We need to actually be able to kill the larva here to have any chance of doing anything helpful there. Okay. This just gets me XP. I guess we can do training room summon. About summoning. He just drops seeds and XP still. When you defeat monsters, you obtain research. Using research, you can summon them. After you summon a monster, you can join your party as an ally. Okay, I think I get the basic idea. Learn tactics. Mission to go out. Riverbank. Okay, slime's not too bad. Okay, so they just drop seeds, and they have a chance to drop research. The chance for research goes up with each kill, so if you can get lucky and get it early, but it's kind of like PRNG, you're guaranteed to get it eventually. I like that. That's a cool mechanic. Birds now. Is it based on lifetime number of times I've defeated that specific enemy? Good question mark research. Max level went up for clearing it, or will go up once I fully clear it. So is clearing it killing all the monsters I encounter the first time, or do I have to make it through like all 5 encounters and still be alive? Okay. So let's see. So I can summon stuff now, right? I can summon the slime. You summoned a slime, and I can spend my seeds on the slime. That's cool. I like this. So can I only summon... I can't have like multiple slimes. Extra research. Oh, I see. I'm like increasing his stats. I see. She's just getting XP though, right? Oh, isn't he in my party? To take him out of reserve somehow. Add to party. I can give him skills eventually. Okay. Okay. Looks like the chance to get slime research caps out around 30%. Oh, and I can be dead and my slime can solo the rest of the dungeon. That's funny. It's not going to, but... So the extra research is just you spend it to increase level cap and then luck. Luck is just chance to crit or something? What does luck do? Don't think I've gotten any bird research yet. Yeah, this game's really cool. I like this one. 20% for bird research now. 10% for Gobbo. Did not get a lucky goblin research drop. Shit happens. Getting plenty of... So now I'm a 2-star slime. And if I want to summon a bird, I guess I have none. I just need to get the research. Okay. I thought maybe I had gotten one and just only had like one slot to fill or something, but... Well, I guess maybe I was able to go to the astral world early from praying so much or something. It's kind of funny. Goblin's pretty hard to kill right now. He's quite dangerous, it seems like. Didn't get a goblin research. Nothing else really to spend on now except to, I guess, max out his magic and special, but do these guys even drop kind of seeds? Any seeds, okay. So I could get my magical and special seeds if I got lucky. I feel like it's crazy that I haven't gotten a bird research yet. It's really unlucky. It's like 1 in 5, right? There we go. Question mark research. You love to see it. Summon a bird. But then I have to like do something to add it to my party, right? I gotta go main. I'm like in a menu right now, right? Close it? Okay, that's kind of confusing. Okay. What's the purpose of slime research once I've spent all of it to max out my level and luck? Is it going to do something later? Am I going to get the ability to like raise the slime's level cap or something? desperately need to raise my own level cap. I guess now I'm just hoping for a goblin research would be really nice. This game's pretty addictive. I like it a lot. How long has this one been around? I usually look up the release date and put it in the live split timer, but obviously we're just playing a bunch of games here, so I don't have it on there. The research idea is a really cool idea. So you don't just care about like enemy unique drops, you also care about, they all have a unique drop that's super valuable. Did this come out before or after Melvor? I feel like the dimension of chance to get loot is something about Melvor that I think is really, really great and works wonderfully for a idle game. %. I feel like I'm like crazy dry on bird research. Give me a goblin research, guys. Be very pleased with you if you can pull that off. Well, if you can kill the goblin before he kills you. Hey, we got a goblin research. Look at that. Very exciting. Okay. Tempted to leave the dungeon to go farm seeds from Dad. That might be slower, though. Because all I would be getting is seeds, and here I'm getting more research and stuff, which is nice. Right, I have to go here and then add him to my party. Okay, I'm gonna have to leave a lot of future Marstead notes for this game, because I think you could do a bit of a better job of like calling your attention to stuff that's important, like unassigned allies. Got more bird research. This just increases their caps. Okay, when you increase their level. These are their current level caps, which are higher than the slime and myself. I understand. Might actually be able to clear it with 4 party members. April 2021. Okay. It's a cool game. I like it. Slowly but surely we're getting there. I don't really feel yet the relative value of like giving a single physical seed to them. After this run, I'll maybe go try training against Dad to see how many seeds I get if I get them much faster than this. Got leather to drop. See my loot somewhere? Habit efficiency. Double seed drops. Oh, this is microtransactions. Okay. Microtransactions and achievement rewards. All right. Don't need to do any of that. Different formations are kind of an interesting idea. Routine. What does this do? So what am I spending on this? habit. Oh, I'm assigning it to a certain number of things. So are these just things that are able to run idle in the background of everything else I'm doing, basically? Okay. Oh, that's cool. The goblin affects how much max leather I can hold, and also the passive effect of... Oh, this is really great, actually. This game, this is a dangerous game to show me. It's a little obtuse at first. Like, there's a lot of things to try to grok very quickly. It would be nice if it partitioned it out a little bit more slowly, maybe disabled more of the buttons until they became relevant, but I like the idea that your allies give you these cool passive effects, like how many max seeds you can carry. That's cool. Cool and kind of weird. Would just like my slime to be maxed out. I think that would be neat. It feels like they've balanced the math here so that I need to have a full party of a slime, a bird, and a goblin, all of which you are decently leveled up. And then the reward is going to be this huge, like, exponential leap forward when I get a level cap increase. Looks like birds cap out at 15% chance to get research. It's got to be fun trying to farm the, like, late game enemies with, like, a 1% research chance. We're getting close. We're on the last round. Need to be a little bit stronger, though. Got another bird research. I wish I could see somewhere that, like, summarizes what all the stats do. Let me see if, in fact, that it doesn't already exist somewhere. It's really robust tooltips, except for the stats, it seems like. Sure, yeah. I'd be down to play more of this one. I like this one a lot. Tickles my brain in the right way. Just gonna try, like, evenly leveling them. We're slowly making progress here. Yes, there is some interesting RNG, and that's what enemies you encounter in what orders. Like, if you run into a goblin early, they seem to be able to wipe you pretty fast. I really need to be able to one-shot with my main character, but I don't think I have any way to improve my main character right now. He's already as high as he's going to get. Another bird. I already spent it. Okay. Does a level up do anything by itself, or does it just increase the max number of seeds I can feed them? Old lady actions. Okay, can try that in a second after this run. Okay, so it effectively makes them stronger. That run was fucking terrible. Okay, we got a goblin research though, so that's cool. Okay. Let's see. She wants destiny. It's hard to tell if prey is more efficient than spamming get motivated for that. It's a pretty minor stat increase, but I guess it's better than no stat increase. Ask about seeds. Ask about school. Actually, both of those are good. Okay. Yeah, this game's kind of like, it feels like a mix between Idle Loops and Melvor, which is like chocolate and peanut butter for me. I like both of those games a lot. I don't know that I understand XP necessarily. Like, it kind of caps at some points. But also can accrue indefinitely. So we can get a lot of like HP increases from talking to her. I really want to try to clear the riverbank before we tab off of this here. It's probably more important to get more attack stats so that I have a chance to kill the enemy before it gets its attack off, because taking the damage is like what's really kicking my ass here. Let's try doing this. See if it's faster. Ask about school. There are 3 types of schools. It'd be rank 10 to go to school in the first place. Okay. Pretty expensive. I think this is faster than praying. Just camping on rest and then clicking get motivated. What are the warrior skills? You can acquire powerful skills. Hold on. Let's pray while I read this. Gain power, speed, and experience. You want to follow in your father's footsteps? I recommend the warrior school. Yeah, I like the idea of having the like different choices you can make on different routes. That's clever. I guess I could just do this get motivated thing, because it'll just keep resting until I'm completely full, so it'll just fall over to pray if I manage to not attend to it for long enough. Isn't a problem. It does remember partial progress on the looping actions, it looks like, which is nice. How expensive is this now? 35. In Sorcerer School, you'll get greater affinity for magic. Enemies with magical resistance may prove tricky to overcome. Learn to think critically. Don't want that. Don't want to think critically. Everything gives me physical attack. Okay. Destiny cap is 40, so I can keep doing that. Just hoping the attack increases are sufficient for me to one-shot the slime at least, because that would greatly reduce the damage that we take if I can then contribute for more of the fight. Probably more important than getting max health. Tamer school make you more efficient at researching. I like putting all the tutorial stuff like in the context of talking to people. That's kind of clever. This game's really good. Deepen your understanding of monsters. Ooh, I kind of want the Tamer school. I was going to take a warrior just to keep it simple, but I don't know. Getting the monster research is kind of addictive. Oh, is it like a separate thing from seeds or something? Last one's 45, which I can afford technically. The last one's 55. So I guess the net effect is I got +1 physical attack, which maybe is +1 damage, I guess, whenever you hit. I assume attack is not like accuracy. It looks like you never miss. Bump this up to 55, and then we'll go try to do the riverbank again. The only problem with this one is it's tough for me to, like, feel out when it's worth just letting it idle for a long time. I can probably just let it idle a combat area to try to get all the research from that area once I'm a bit stronger. It seems like they calibrated the drop rate on stuff like that so that you're expected to be doing it for a really long time. Okay, riverbank. Let's try again. Tackle doesn't one-shot the bird, sadly, but I just wanted to one-shot the slime. Well, goblin's gonna kill me. Ben is in my lap right now, and she almost never jumps in my lap. Hi, Ben. Soft and furry little guy. Interesting question. Looks like I can reorder it. Yeah, it would be nice if I don't die first. Good call, thank you. Wasn't clear to me I had control over that. Wait, where'd my goblet go? Oh, there we go. I think I'm stronger than almost everybody. I guess my slime might get stronger than me. It's holding the goblin, clicking and dragging it. Benedict. Are you the way you choose to be, Ben? Yeah, it doesn't seem like it makes a super big difference, but I guess it's because I'm not that much stronger than my party members right now, so... Still a PB though. And I do have a decent chance of one-shotting the slime, so I'm in front. Oh, do we do it? Oh, we have one more room at the end. Okay. I'm not as close as I thought I was, but that's okay. Yeah, it'd be great if I could turn the slime research into something, because I'm getting tons of it. Oh, there's a bird research. That's good. The percentage of the base stats. Like, relative to the strongest person, or percentage of what? Another goblin research. Bird is maxed out, so now we can get some luck. Could someone do me a favor and Google your Chronicle luck? I'm just really curious how it works. Need physical seeds. This death, I'll go try fighting my... Because I feel like I was getting seeds like out the wazoo when I was fighting my dad earlier. And these guys drop them much more rarely. If it's like 10 times faster, I'll do that. Otherwise, I'd rather continue to accrue research. It's the percent benefit from that stat. Okay. It looks like the research drop rate increases up to a cap, right? And I'm already at the cap for birds, goblins, and slimes. That's pretty fast, assuming he always drops a seed. For luck? What does it actually do? Oh, it just increases research drop rate. Okay. That's what you were saying. Yeah, I should have done this a while ago. It's a really easy way to cap them on physical, which I think is all of their damage. Should just like try to hit the seed cap from beating up my dad. And then when I get research level ups, it's actually going to be really noticeable because it'll increase the cap here. Okay, we'll just sit on this for a few minutes. So how does special work? Like, I don't see that listed among the stats here. They have like robust tooltips for everything except what the fuck the stats do. Oh, I see. So like their physical seed max will go up. Okay. That's neat. It's kind of impressive. Okay, we're set on physical seeds, which is great. Assuming he like biases towards dropping those a little bit more since they're more important. I should have done this like 20 minutes ago. We would have been sailing through the dungeon, but I was like, yeah, but I want research. Pelt max, leather max, not praying. I guess getting the prey effect up is cool. Seed max up would be cool. In case I ever leave it on this. Well, it would still be good if I'm going to end up idling a dungeon. I'll probably come back here capped on seeds, which will be nice for whatever new monsters I get in the future. What's the, like, I assume there's going to be an ally limit at some point, right? So whoever's in your active party is the ones that are allowed to have an effect. I'm curious if just getting them all capped out on physical is going to cause me to annihilate the dungeon or not. Five party members total. Okay. I don't really need any of this for combat, so I'm going to get this last special thing. It'd be nice for if I'm idling it later. Capped physical and magical on everybody, though, so that's cool. There we go. All right, back to the riverbank. Let's try now and see how it goes. Goblins are just really nasty. Part of the problem. Oh, God, that sucks. Because it's, like, so expensive to then have to use an entire additional turn. We'll see if I even get close to clearing it. If I do, I'll wait a couple more runs. Otherwise, I'll tap out of it, because I bet I can just let this run for a while and come back with plenty of research to level everybody up here. You better follow a guide for the first run. Oh, no. I hope you can't, like, because we played a couple games where, like, the choices you make on Ascension are insanely important, and if you fuck it up, it's going to set you back by, like, dozens of hours. That's a thing you can fuck up really badly in Realm Grinder, right? Like, a faction choice can be the difference between something taking a year or 10 minutes. Maybe not that severe, but... Hey, did we clear it? We did! Hell yeah, it gets a little star when you cleared it for the first time. Alright, fuck yeah. So we get a level increase, which is rad as hell. Guess we can try the waterfall here, which I'm probably going to die to. That costs, you spend destiny to increase your own level, and I got a snake research really quickly. That's cool. Okay. Snake is... Oh, this just, like, buffs everybody in the party's stats. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna level up this snake a lot and then leave it in this dungeon, probably. Snakes and wolves. But now I have to start making some choices about who's in my party, right? Because if I only can have 5 on me at a time... Yeah, we definitely want to cap snake. Seems good. Even if it's a minor stat increase to the whole party, it's making things faster, right? Flower Fairy, 10% research chance. Oh, got it. Oh, that's really exciting. Okay. Now, why can't I summon her? Because I got her research, right? Where do you see that? Oh, it also costs 10 flowers. Okay, I like that a lot, actually. That's really cool. First clear bonus gets you flowers. Okay, so we want to get some flowers then after I die here. That's really addictive. I think the research idea is such a good idea. I hope that Melvor Idol 2 steals it from this game. Because one of the problems with Melvor is you kind of get to the point where you have the RuneScape problem where, like, if an enemy doesn't drop a unique item, then it sucks and isn't worth your time to fight. But if you have this, like, research idea for all of the Slayer monsters in Melvor, even if they're not, like, summons, if you find some other cool way to use them, there's some really cool shit you could do with that. To get more goblin research. What is my passive XP amount? Which seems important, but I need stats so that stuff dies. This death, I'll go see if I can get flowers. So the flower fairy for main, I really like that these guys have a mix of like skilling effects and combat effects is really cool. So when it says weed region, flower region, does that mean that if she's in my party, I just like accrue weeds and flowers without needing to do the activity that produces them? Because that's like fucking awesome. So what a cool monster to get. And I only benefit from whoever's in my party, right? So anyone that's in reserve is just a thing that I can swap in and out. I kind of want to get a wolf research here. They're 12%. Tan pelt. Turns pelts into leather. Okay. I see, and I can give pelts to the lady. Research drop amount, talk to the slime. Okay. Oh, I'm dumping excess slime research. That's so fucking cool. What a cool reward. Destiny max and research drop amount. Oh, I love that shit. I'm sorry, y'all. We're not playing any of the other idle games today. I'll tab out of it at some point, but this game, it's like Melvor. It's very addictive. I'm like over here accruing all this slime research, like, oh, this sucks. There's nothing I can use it for. They immediately give me this awesome thing. I think this already fixes a lot of Melvor problems. Like, I feel like if you could come up with a suitable sink for slime research, then if you did AFK slimes overnight, it wouldn't feel so bad the next day that you wasted it on a stupid enemy because you could dump your slime research and give the slime enthusiast lady 50,000 slime researches. And then, like, yeah, it's like +5 destiny. Who gives a fuck, right? It's not that big of a deal. But at least it feels like something. It's a way to counteract the feeling of having wasted your time. I died, so let's get some flowers. Larva, chicken. Okay, so these guys, so sometimes there are monsters that don't ever drop research, I guess. Puppy. Okay, thank you. Pick flower action. Thank you action. Oh, the girl is saying thank you because I gave her the flower. That's cool. I like it. So I think we need 10 flowers, right? Is the idea. Oh, it's only 1. Okay. It's saying I can hold up to 10. Yeah, we want to pump her special here. Because we want to start accruing those. Now it says I can't add, I understand. So I guess the slime has been a friend. It is helping my regular... So I don't know that I understand regular routines. Maybe you guys can explain this. Is this like... Every time this bar fills, it's leveling up worship, which is going to make it so that... What does it mean by sacred ritual 420 to 430%? I don't think I understand what sacred ritual does. Spend on new skills in the astral world, an extra habit to raise skills and routine. So it lets me spend stuff in here. Regular routine. Exercise does wonders for your body. Produces action. That seems great. Stamina cap extension. Additive multiplier to ritual. And once I've advanced this to 42, it's just 42 forever, basically. Yeah, this is a lot like idle loops. Okay. Energy recovery. Concentration. MP. Okay. All right. I don't need to keep on picking flowers. I was going to pick a new party here. Who has the least interesting? They all have interesting passive effects. I guess the goblin right now is the least interesting. So we'll remove the goblin and add the flower fairy. And then... So maybe I don't understand regular routine. Does this not level up like the other ones? I thought maybe it was going to, like, eventually pump my action total. But I don't see what else it's doing here. I'll drain it. It's like refilling my action. Okay, so it's not a thing that I'm training like the other ones. Now, why are is like level 1 the max I'm allowed to take that to or something? Some of these, it looks like I invest my habit and then nothing happens. And that's just giving me infinite energy. I'm gonna have to take forever leaving future Marstead notes for this game. This game's complicated. I get it now, but if I came in here in months, I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Concentration just generates MP, which I then need to have something to spend the MP on. Okay. Those are level 1. So nothing else to really use here. May as well keep it on worship. Okay. So instead, we're going to go back to the training room here to get some seeds, because it seems like this is way faster for seed accrual than anything else. So we want to pump the flower fairy's skills here. We want her... I want to be in the back. I do have all 20 flowers. Okay. And I guess... it seems cool that she'd be... So the reason I'd want her to generate resources is that I can appraise herbs forever if I can get her to generate weeds faster than it costs to spend them. You still just beat up your dad. Normal rate. Kind of want to check out the astral realm. Okay, you just spend inspiration here. I should have checked this a little bit earlier, but now I understand how it works. Okay. I can do other stuff in the forest, but I need more destiny. Okay. I really like this idea of getting characters who can regen resources for you without you having to do the associated activity. Like, that would be the dream, is just have a party of nobody that, but characters that are doing that for you. Cap her magic if we can. I feel like I should max my own special as well, but I want to see what I can get the regen rate up to, and like it's probably going to be nowhere near enough to maintain appraise herbs forever, but maybe if you like increase her level cap goes up to 100 if you get enough fairy research. Wow. Yeah, so we're definitely going to be AFKing the waterfall. That's such a fucking cool breakpoint, y'all. Like the idea that if you can get the fairy lady up to like level 100 and then dump special seeds on her, you can just probably appraise herbs fast enough. I guess, does it give you enough information to infer how long this takes? It's 10 seconds to use one weed. So I'm actually already pretty close to being able to support appraise herbs forever. But I guess all that really does is it just converts weeds into herbs. So I would need to have like a higher herb cap. I would need to have some other action to spend herbs on, which I currently don't have, right? I can spend it on herb tea. So I could use that to get destiny maybe faster than I would get it via getting motivated. Okay, well, I don't know if that's actually worth it, but it's interesting, and I am interested in interesting. Let's just get everyone's seeds and cap them out, and then we'll go back to the waterfall, and then I might finally tab out of this game. Yeah, it's a normal thing to do. Who doesn't chug tea for destiny? The funny things that video games make you say, right? I could see the goblin being useful for very specific tasks if I were going for money, because now if I want money, I want the goblin in my party so that I can get more pelts. Okay. Yeah, I love the way that all these elements of the game interact with each other. It's very cool. And so sacred ritual is still kind of confusing to me. Maybe I'm just like an idiot. So, is ritual just a way to convert XP into some kind of ongoing bonus? Like, the entire purpose of ritual is to go into the astral world and get a small stat boost to everybody? And it exists to cause caps to happen? Also routine. Because it increases my habit cap over time. Requires rank 4. Oh, that's fun. Cost 10 gold. Worship speed up. This is like a thing that I can sink gold on to get some benefits. Summon familiar. Because we haven't done any of this. Destiny region, huh? Okay, so these are like, if I'm understanding this correctly, this is like as though you had another party member that doesn't take up a party member slot that does whatever it states here. So like if I summoned an angel, if I do this and then I check on the angel, but I have to, does it I have to get an angel first before that does anything? Oh, I see. It's going to cost a lot because it's very expensive to pump right now. So if I did 4 on this, it'll take me 13 minutes to allocate a single level to friendly angel, which will give me a tiny amount of destiny region. The idea of getting a little bit of region in basically everything sounds great, so that if at any point I want to like try something out, I can do it at the cap while I'm idled on something else, right? Okay, do you want to Get everyone's stats up, get my XP gain up, get my magic up, and I guess we may as well finish capping the goblin even though he's not in my party. Be nice to have him at max efficacy. I don't really have anything to spend flowers on yet, right? I see. Talking with the old lady unlocks new stuff here. You're good at hunting. Leather for different pouches, which increases my max. So these are all like permanent upgrades when I get them. Oh, this game's nuts, man. There's so much to do. I don't think I want to sell pelts now that I know that they're used. Now I want my fucking... I need that goblin now, because now I get these like permanent capacity upgrades, which are going to be great for idling. We will tab to the other games, but I still have shit to do. This game is super addictive. Yeah, it would be great if they did a Your Chronicle 2 and just tried to focus on like presentation a little bit and on trying to do a little bit smoother onboarding, because it's a little intimidating at first, but I think once you get the vibe, it's exactly the same dopamine loop as something like Melvor. Yeah, so the temptation is to grab the now, okay, so pelts. The only way I get pelts is via combat training, right? I guess we should talk to her just to trigger these things to happen, right? It all costs money. It's really hard to, like, pick a thing to focus on. Destiny 3, Destiny 1. Oh, I see. This one always gives you a physical seed. This one always gives you a Destiny. This one always gives you 3 Destiny. But he's nastier in some of them. Okay. So you do the first one when you need to cap off on physical seeds because they accrue so fast. You do the second one. I guess you don't do the second one ever. Once you unlock the third one. Destiny accrual is nice here because there's a lot of stuff that just consumes it. In this list... How do actions get consumed in combat? Do they even get consumed in combat? Like, as long as I'm in combat, I can still be doing stuff on this menu as long as I have actions to spend on it, right? The only problem is that to get actions back, I have to use the rest action. So if I can get something that has a small amount of action regeneration, that would be like the dopest shit. Okay. Starting to get it. Starting to click. I had the destiny to raise my levels. I did. Everybody is at cap, so we got to do stuff that's actually leveling everybody. So let's go back to the waterfall now. Hopefully get some pelts. I'll think maybe about bringing the goblin back in, because now the fairy isn't super helpful since she's just accruing a resource that I have capped. Yeah. So we go to main, we remove the fairy, we add the goblin so that we get more space for pelts. Okay, we're doing a lot better now. I might even clear the waterfall. Oh, but I got kicked out of my party because I was dragging people around. That's really annoying. I guess it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't really change anything. Yeah, it makes sense you'd have skilling characters versus non-skilling characters. So here it's tempting to stay on Sacred Ritual, because if that gets me more habit, that lets me advance everything else faster. But I kind of want to get a single friendly angel level just so that I start regioning a little bit of Destiny. A full +1 to all stats seems pretty good compared to other things. I see. So Fae is maybe you want to do early because it makes the rest of them faster. I like that they've made the numbers questionable enough that you can't be sure. Like, there's this thing that RuneScape does really well, which is it gives you all sorts of options, right? It's this like crazy smorgasbord of thousands of things you could be doing, all of which you probably should be doing. But it doesn't make it obvious which of those things is the thing you must do. Like, there's probably something that's optimal here. Maybe I should always do Lonely Fae before I summon anything else, right? But the fact that you're able to make the plausible argument for why you might do the Angel before the Fae, I think is what's important. If this said that it, like, increased summon familiar speed by 75% or something, right, then obviously that's the right choice, and you're stupid if you pick this one. But I think they've kind of calibrated the numbers here where it's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe getting a little bit of Destiny Region is worth waiting on getting more worship levels, which will get me more habit. Indirectly, because it'll make me plow through ritual faster. I like being at the level cap on everybody so that I can get the seeds at a more reasonable pace. Need snake research because the snakes give me a damage bonus to the whole party. I might feel comfortable just like letting this AFK on the waterfall now, because really what I need now is I need a lot of research. Oh, we got a wolf research for the first time. Habit efficiency is cool. And appraise herbs effect. So habit efficiency means anything that's routine based is done slightly faster. Is that what that means? So I feel like you got to like build a kit for AFKing. How did I get this giant level? Oh, did I clear the waterfall? Okay, I cleared the waterfall off screen. What does the bronze chest mean? Like, is that a drop from something? Or is it like it's somewhere where I can see my items? Gabo gets another level up. Do you want the XP increases? I might still let this run anyway, just because I want to max out all the creatures from here. And because there's a creature, the fairy, who can get all the way up to level 100. Oh, that's interesting. So if you have a summon monster that lets you go over the cap and you go over the cap, you keep the items when you desummon them instead of it just getting destroyed. It's pretty convenient. Seeds, plants, pelts, gold. I think seeds to start. I'm trying to find something that I know if I let it sit for the entire idle period, that by the time I come back, I'll be able to do something helpful with it. That's kind of what's governing my decisions here. Tamer School is the slowest speed. I guess I should probably take the one they recommend. I want to do Tamer School, but maybe that makes better sense on a future reset or something. Talk with Bully. 130 Destiny. So my plan here is I'm going to wait until this finishes and then put it back on Worship, and then we'll tab the next game. Probably keep running the waterfall. Try to get some more research. Snake research. It's good because that helps our DPS. Although it's kind of a small effect. Now I'm getting luck for goblins. Yeah, hopefully I'll come back capped on pelts. This is 2 minutes. Okay. I ended up really enjoying idle loops, but I think it's like it takes too long to kick off. Like once it kicks off, I think it rules, but it really it's very hard to understand for the first several hours of playing it. It's only like maybe 10 plus hours into it that it starts to kind of come together and you kind of see what you're doing and see what you're working toward. See if I can spend my existing leathers here while we wait. I can be as low on leather as possible before we click out. I guess I could also just quickly tan pelts before I leave too. Pelt max, leather max. It's going to be the important thing for that, I think. What are we doing on this guy? I think even just having a little bit of Destiny region is going to be really helpful. There's all kinds of stuff here that costs Destiny that I could just be clicking every now and then. I didn't have to like get out of what I'm currently doing and spend resources. I see, and each of these has a max number of upgrades that you can do. Gotcha. Gold pouch. One of the most problematic things I think about idle loops, even though I like that game a lot, is it definitely has that you can make a mistake in idle loops that is like thousands of hours of time loss, right? Like the way to think about it is like, what is the gap between optimal play and like the least optimal play? And it should be large. Like if it's like, you know, a factor of 10, or even like a factor of 100 in some cases, that's okay. But there are definitely idle games where like the gap between optimal and totally suboptimal play is like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions, right? It's orders of magnitude difference that, and to me that becomes unfun when it's just like, well, you just need to know how the game math works, right? So that you don't sit here literally spinning your wheels. There's so many things you can do in idle games that are like a complete worthless waste of time. And that bums me out. As long as I can keep them capped, I don't really have a great reason to use the wolf yet. I guess the habit efficiency effect is pretty cool. All right, so we've got our Destiny region for our first angel. 0.07 per second is actually like super noticeable. That's a really cool effect. Let's go back to worshiping. We'll leave it on worship. And then we're going to get out of here and tan our pelts. I feel like, I don't know why I'm not accruing pelts. Like I'm accruing leather. So like a really low drop chance from wolves or something. Oh, it's like a 10% chance. That's why. Okay. Well, I may as well tan them. I guess once this run is complete, I'll go do that. Is there any, like, enduring benefit for continuing to completely clear the dungeon after your first clear? Yeah. I like the habit efficiency. I like the routine effect being 100%. I like the seed max increase. Bonus to everybody. I guess the routine thing... Can you explain habit efficiency better to me? So, like, my reading of that is that it's just a multiplier to anything you do on any of these routine tabs. And his... only affects the regular routine, right? So if I wanted to get, like, lots of energy regen to do things that constantly consume energy, like farm work or whatever, that's when that's helpful, but it doesn't affect any of the other routines. Some dungeons give you something specific for clearing them multiple times. Like it'll say if it does that, I guess. I guess the wolf goes up to like level 24. The special effect is like not really helpful here though. He would replace my slime. I just don't know if the habit efficiency penalty is going to be worth it, since I really want to be pumping this as much as possible when I'm tabbed out of the game. Not just the one that's called regular routine. Okay. Talk with old lady. Dumps pelts. Okay. I think I'm good to... in like an hour and 10 minutes, but this game is awesome. I'm excited to play more of it. All right, finally back to the really good game. Let's see where we are. Capped on seeds. Capped on leather. Didn't get capped on pelts, which is interesting. Let's expand a little bit here. Probably gonna need a lot of gold. It seems like that's really necessary for progress. Let's expand that seed pouch. Yeah, why don't we go ham on the gold? Creating the plant pouch is more expensive than expanding it. I guess that makes sense. All right, great. And then we can do some pelt tanning to get the other ones. And I probably have all sorts of awesome shit here, like level 20 flower fairy. Max level wolf is sick. Max level wolf with max luck, too. Max level snake. Max level goblin. Should be able to just, like, cap them all off here, too. Excited about a level 24 physical wolf. Habit efficiency. Oh, right, habits. Yeah. Thing we can do. This is up to level 392, which is fun. Kind of want to get more destiny, passive destiny. I feel like Lonely Fae at only 1%. I probably need to worry about focusing on super duper early. Let's think about special here. So habit efficiency, appraise herbs, weed region, flower region. Wouldn't really be using them right now. Tan pelt is a pretty long action. I don't think I have anything that helps with that from among my current potential party members. I like the habit efficiency for the wolf. I can do that and equip him to my party. Okay. Looks great. Looks awesome. So party, let's see, who do we get rid of? I guess if I'm going to be transitioning to non-combat, we can do probably the snake and take in the wolf. And so in theory, that's helping a lot with this. This should be quite a bit faster now because of all my habit efficiency. I wish I could see my habit efficiency. Oh, I can, 2.4. Yeah, so the ally amount's actually pretty substantial there. That's fun. Miracle stones. So like, if I'm understanding this right, is this saying that I need to spend a flat amount of gold on miracle stones, and then once I have them, it's a permanent upgrade that speeds up worship speed? See what allows me to like further increase some of these. Ritual is going up over time. Take the gold max there. This is your Chronicle. This game is really, really good. It's like Melvor plus idle loops is the best way I can describe it. Got more slime research to turn in, which is lovely. Talk with the girl gets me some stat increases. Let's play. Take a ritual 10%, spend some of my gold. Old lady want from me, she just wants pelts. I guess now's my chance to spend them since they're much harder to get than the leathers, it seems like. Increases my max destiny a little bit, though. Yeah, I don't know what I want to AFK here. There's a lot of options. Probably just get max pelts, max leather. This helps me to do all the other things here. Okay. So that's all done. Need to find something to just camp here for a second. Let's think about it. Farm work produces golden anchovy sandwiches, which are, I guess let's see, like, herbs are really just for herbal tea right now. Is that really it? It really is it. It's kind of lame. Okay. Let's play. Collect flowers. One who collects the most is the winner. There's more I can collect. All right, well, if I got a quest to do flowers, then let's bring in the flower fairy. And let's see. She could use some bonuses, I guess. If I can get her some more special seeds. Flower is called Yggdrasil. You can feel the intense vitality from it. I need 15 flowers, so I'm trying to decide if this would be, like, if it would be worth going and fighting my dad for a little bit to get some special seeds. To pump her passive bonus a little bit more. Achievements. Number of allies with max luck. What do the bronze chests do? Like, is there like a place where I can see those somewhere? What's max ally filter? Oh, okay. That's really helpful. Right. You know, watch the clock, because at the end I have to leave like really robust future Marstead notes for this game. This thing just use chest. Research. Okay. I think I get it. These are all temporary buffs. We want to use them right now. One of them dropped a silver chest. Bunch of rubies, letters. Shortcut slot. Party template. That's kind of cute. Okay, so party templates are like a way to save a loadout and toggle between it, I take it. All these are temporary, right? Except for these slots, which is probably what we want to save up for. Auto level up slot. Periodically invest a certain amount of each seed in a chosen party member. Okay, that's cool. Oh, right, I forgot about Astral World. Yeah, so I got two things. Loadouts are up here, template 1, template 2. And then I got some kind of other special thing that was similar. Okay, I'm at max flowers, so talk to the girl. Let me go back to picking flowers. Wreath. Are you cheating? I don't know how to make wreaths. Wreath max. Maybe I have to do more stuff. Oh, maybe that's what this is. Find a big cave behind the waterfall. Boulders in the way, preventing you from entering. Broke the rock with your allies. So I wonder if that required me to have... Oh, shit. Holy shit. Title Lord of the Cave. Party slot +1. Kill this orc, team. He's got 1,200 health. I don't think we're going to kill him. Oh, fuck. Collect those flowers, Flower Fairy. I'm going to get annihilated here. Ow! Licking his lips. That's a really cool boss fight. Okay, so we've got to build up to that. Benedict. Oh, here's Weaver Wreaths. I see it now. Okay, talk with girl. Wreath. More wreaths. Okay. I gotta watch for that new thing in Village, because it's easy for me to miss it, I think. Routines are still going pretty well here. I kind of want more Friendly Angel. Although I guess each additional up... The first one is huge. Going from 0 Destiny Region to 0.07 Destiny Region is gigantic, but then getting the additional 0.02 isn't that big of a deal for the time it would take. I guess I could look at how long it would take. Nine minutes. I'll get one more, and then we'll probably swap off it for something else. Where's rank 13? Physical seed drop amount. Okay, so those are all pretty helpful. Seed maxes are helpful. Drop chance is cool. Greater Demon is very strong. But I feel like Friendly Angel is the most impactful of these. Wreaths are an item that does something. Oh, like possessing them creates Destiny Region? Okay. Without spending them on anything? Okay, so it's the only item I have that does something. Got it. Well, Destiny Region is good. We want that. Kind Woman. Ask about stamina. Stamina and magical power increase through habits. Dark Magic Circle. Dark Ritual tab. Interesting. Is this like Idle Loop's Dark Ritual? 11 hours, 35 minutes. This will change on add to your talent to the new value. Higher talent makes it easier to rank up. That's actually kind of similar to the way it works in Idle Loops. But I guess we don't want to do that right now, I don't think. Max flowers, shit. Alright, so you get a tiny amount of destiny region from that. I think I want to grab special seeds. If I'm going to be picking lots of flowers for this, let's quickly try to... I think we can do this for the destiny. I don't think I'm going to one-shot my dad yet, but... Oh, I do one-shot my dad. Nice. They don't really need the physical seeds. I guess I could try to cap on them really fast. We want to pump her as soon as we get the seed, because it affects how many flowers she regenerates. I can unlock the next training room once I get to 50 destiny. Feels kind of bad doing just for summoning training. I guess I could see it might be that the waterfall is faster now that I'm like so much more powerful. I think I want to have 2 different loadouts here. So I have to like save over the template is the idea, right? So like... I think our best combat's probably going to be the wolf. Does the wolf take up like 2 slots or something? I don't know. Let me add him. Oh, he's already in this party because I'm a dumbass. That's why. We want the snake, not the goblin. The bird, the seed max is nice. The habit efficiency is nice. I feel like I should let the slime go just to get more leather storage if I'm going to go to the waterfall for a little bit. Okay, so that's our combat template. Control click, combat, skilling. All right. A bunch more seeds there from standing around. Finish getting her up to 20. Yeah, I wish herbs were more immediately useful, but maybe they come more useful soon. Let me try this really quick if I can switch out my party. Oh, does it like sub them out instantly even if you're mid-dungeon? Interesting. Drop rate's kind of ass, but that's fine. They die much faster now. I assume I'm going to run into like a goblin lover or whatever for these other party members that I've completely maxed out. It's got to be crazy to get her to level 100. I think this is like wildly slower than just fighting my dad for seeds. So I'll finish getting my special seeds from him once I clear the dungeon here. But I am like annihilating the dungeon, so that's cool. Everything dies before it gets a chance to hurt me. I could try this. Training room skill. Action max +1. Skill slash. First clear bonus, and it just gives 5 destiny, but I still one-shot dad, question mark? No, I think we want to do the other one then. Consuming energy, you can use more powerful skill. Important that I be able to one-shot him here. Maximize the seed drop rate. So it's like I can build up energy by doing routines, right? And then I can do extra things in combat other than just attack normally is what skills are trying to tell me about here. Tackle versus slash costs 1 stamina. That's funny. About stamina. Yep, stamina cap extension, got it. All right, our flower fairy is back to being max, so we can switch back to the skilling party. And then I probably should have been in the skilling party while I was fighting him, because I would still be getting the flower region then. Pick flower. Be attentive to when I have 20 to weave the wreaths. Our routines come in here. 10 seconds, great. How do I know whether I can further increase this? Because before it only ever let me go to level 1, and I couldn't really figure out what governed that. It looks like selecting it doesn't do anything now. Thought I was able to get to level 1 that time. The energy recovery. Cost stamina to upgrade it. Okay. So this has to regen up to 1. And then I can do it again. It's kind of interesting. Oh, capped on flowers, fuck. I need like a big your idol pop up to yell at me. I see, and then it's going to cost me 2. That's kind of a cool way to do training. I like that a lot, actually. Now it's going to require 3 stamina. Set that to times 10. And generally, do I need do I need things invested in energy recovery to get any kind of energy regen, or there might be other things that give me energy regen other than just using this habit? And it gets pretty slow after time. Okay, I see. 21 flowers. I like that you can bail in the middle of one of these and keep your progress. That's another thing that's kind of frustrating about idle loops. Let's go up to 5 stamina, I guess. Oh shit. Time flies by playing this game, so I gotta leave my future Marstead notes. So, future Marstead, there's a lot to talk about here. I don't want to start by telling you about this, because this is weird and complicated. Come back to it in a second. So you have all these actions you can do. Instant actions are what they sound like. You click it once, something happens. You're in a phase of play where you basically don't have to click these anymore. Loop actions are what it sounds like. It keeps doing that thing over and over. Right now, the reason you're picking flowers is you need to weave wreaths. And you need to weave wreaths because you have a quest to turn in 4 wreaths, which you're about to get. Wreaths also generate destiny. Destiny is like kind of the main currency that's used to progress story actions over here. So like it costs 45 destiny to go visit your mother's library. It costs destiny to talk to this woman about seeds. Doing these things gives you flavor story text at the top, but it also gives you like permanent stat increases and gives you access to new gameplay loops and that sort of a thing. So you want to be doing the things in the upgrade action column all the time. Right now you have a couple ways to get destiny. So the main thing to do is to just click on rest, which is going to constantly refill your action bar, and then tap get motivated every second or so before the action meter runs out. If you need destiny urgently, that's probably the fastest way to do it. You can also pray, which generates destiny at a quite a bit slower rate, but also generates XP at the same time. You currently have a couple things that are passively generating destiny. The thing that's important is under routines here. So routines is the kind of thing I need to explain here. Let's max this back out. Turn this to 0. Oops. Right, so routines use a resource called habit. You get habit from completing sacred rituals. You're able to complete sacred rituals by accruing XP. You get XP from doing all sorts of things. Combat's one of them. But every time you raise your rank with a sacred ritual, you get an extra habit that you can invest into multiple things. Right now, you've just been dumping them all into one thing. You've been doing worship because extra levels in worship lets you raise your sacred ritual faster, which gets you more habit, lets you do everything else here more quickly. With other cool things to do, here you can spend gold as a one-time cost for a permanent upgrade that will increase the speed of this worship action, so that might be worth doing once you have an excess of gold. Over here, you just unlocked stamina. Stamina is spent to use skills in combat. You literally just unlocked skills, so you'll have to learn about it next episode. But the idea is that you have to spend stamina to raise stamina. So to spend your stamina, you dump all of your habit, and then you invest it all in energy recovery, and that'll cause your stamina regen back up to 5. And then once it's back up to 5, then you can go to the stamina cap extension and spend all 5 of your energy to raise it. It'll take you a minute. It like increasingly takes more and more time to raise your stamina. It's actually a really clever training mechanic. It looks like there's a similar concept for magic once you get access to more magic in the future. And then at some point, it looks like you're also going to be able to invest in faster stamina recovery. You do regenerate a little bit over time without having to spend it on this energy recovery thing. So once you see that you have capped stamina, you may as well pop over here and get the stamina cap extension just to spend your maxed resource. Basically, anytime a bar over here is full, you probably want to be doing something about it, like weaving these wreaths that I just forgot to do. Eventually, we're going to want to have the cap of 6 wreaths here, or however many wreaths, because it's extra destiny generation. And I think having all of your destiny generation be passive is fantastic, because it's not really a thing that you want to be thinking about, but it is a way to get story progress all the time. So just having it constantly building when you're doing other things is super helpful. Another way to get constant destiny regen is via this friendly angel familiar. So you check which familiars you want to receive, and then you spend your habit on training summon familiar, and then that adds that. So when we first did this, it gave us 0.07 destiny regen. The second time, it gave us an additional 0.09 destiny regen. So it's getting quite a bit worse over time. This probably isn't super worth investing in, but if destiny starts becoming a problem, you could use this as a way to get more. I would probably say next time, just to kind of get yourself reacquainted with the game so that you're doing something actively, pick flowers until you get enough, until you have 20 flowers to make Wreaths, make wreaths until you have 10 wreaths, and that way you'll always be regioning a decent amount of destiny no matter what. Click on these events when they're available. Read the text because it gives you interesting information. There's a boss fight in the dim cave that you currently can't handle. It's like really hard. You're gonna have to train a lot. The big important tab here is the party tab. You currently have 2 parties to choose from. There's your skilling party and your combat party that you're using. The way these monsters work, each monster has a set of stats that's listed there in the center. Then they have passive skills. Some of those passive skills are helpful for combat. Lots of them are helpful for like your habits, which are your routines. The flower fairy you're using right now is really cool because she just generates flowers for being in your party, and she makes the flower picking skill more effective. So that's why she's in your skilling party right now. You can level these creatures up. So right now I have a setting on. I'm going to turn it off, but I'm going to turn it back on. I just want you to see all the people in your party can be leveled up. You level up via destiny and via these physical, magical, and special seeds. You get those as drops from enemies. If you urgently need seeds, you can get them by fighting your dad in one of these training rooms. The seeds are basically just taking advantage of whatever your level cap is. So if you're level 21, you have max level 21 physical. Physical and magical are pretty straightforward. It's just damage. Special is the interesting thing, though, because special are all of your cool passive abilities. Like how the flower fairy gets flower region, that the wolf gets habit efficiency. Like, special is really fucking cool. It's one of the coolest ideas I've ever seen in an idle game like this. So you want to be pumping these. When you're fighting monsters, you occasionally get research. Research for the monster lets you pump their level. If their level has a star next to it and their luck has a star next to it, then you don't need research for them anymore. So the slime, bird, goblin, snake, and wolf are all effectively maxed. The flower fairy goes all the way to level 100, so you're probably not going to be maxing her anytime soon. Eventually, you want to pick a school. The Tamer School sounds really cool because it's about getting monster research, which is definitely the game's coolest element, but it sounds like that's designed for future resets because this game has a story system where you make different choices, and the choices you make change what you can do later in the game, right? So, probably follow their recommendation to start as a warrior and do the Tamer on a future loop, is what I'm saying. We're at the flower cap again. I'm going to leave you off fighting shit in the waterfall just because it's going to get you resources you need. You'll probably overcap on seeds. You'll probably overcap on everything, to be honest, but resources are good. We're going to change the party out to the combat party here. And I think that's everything to mention, but this game is sick. Please put this back on the schedule. Please get this on the voting system. I feel like you can play this game attentively the entire time and almost never click off of it and always be doing something cool. It's really, really interesting and has a lot of great ideas. I'm excited to play more of it.